Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400K per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes. And what you're watching right here is a daily video series that follows the exact same framework. I always start by answering your questions. This means that you can ask me anything down below in the comment section, and then I'll answer your question in tomorrow's video. It's a good engagement hack because it makes you tune back in. And I also get to know more about my ICP, which is probably you watching this video because you're probably an agency owner, coach, consultant looking to scale your business. And then that is why you found me, right? Then I run you through business stats, which is this sheet that I fill out every single day, and I've done for more than 3 months. It tracks the growth of my social channels, my cash rev, and also cost of running this business. Then I run it through my to-do list, what I did today and what I'll do tomorrow in order to move the needle within my business. Last but not least, I do some live strategy on how I'm planning to get to 1 million a year in personal profit while following these rules. If you're new here, I've already built 2 coaching and consulting businesses, coaching, consulting, whatever you want to call it, to more than 100K per month. But this time I'm doing things a little bit differently. So this is the channel you're watching right now, which is my daily update YouTube channel. So how these videos go is that I head into the comment section, and then I basically just find a comment, which is a question that I haven't interacted with, and then I answer it. So for example, this one right here from Darkest Stories, pretty cool name, not gonna lie. And he asks, or she, sorry, I don't know. Hey Fred, hope you're doing well. I currently don't have an offer or something, but I was just wondering what would you start like today if you weren't on this level, like right now, only with the knowledge on how to play the game. Maybe with the goal of 30K profit per month, 0% tax, and something where you don't have to work 14-hour days. I hear you, bro. I think this is a lot of many people's dream. Would appreciate a specific answer on this because most people only give answers solving a problem with a service kinda. We know that, but what in specific? What would your game plan be? With what vehicle offer for next 3 years? Thanks. I like this question a lot because I like how you, with your question, kind of framed me as a person that doesn't give bad answers, right? Because most people they give like, hey bro, find a skill, master it, find a group of people, solve a problem, get case studies by done for you, show those case studies to more clients, sign more clients. Once you're full capacity, hire or transition more to consulting. You get the point. Was that the answer? No, but it is like I think I'm heavily biased by the agency model, right? I love this model so much, because it is something that anyone can learn. Anyone can learn a high income skill, whether it's sales, marketing, ads, content, whatever, something that the market craves, AI, automation, operations, and then they can take that skill set and then they can deploy it into a business that has a problem, lack of leads, lack of time, or just like scalability in general, more money. That's typically what most people want, right? And then from there, they can basically like build that repertoire of cases and knowledge, and then like build it on top, kind of like a staircase almost. Because that if I think about my journey, it looks something like this, right? So like this was Fred starting out from scratch, no knowledge, no nothing, right? And then here I studied and built myself a skill set that allowed me to suddenly get my first client, maybe like my first one, two, or three clients, right? And then I worked, learned the skill, hustled, made sure that I became really good at what I was doing. And then suddenly I got better clients, right? So I could show this case study to these new and better clients that would pay me more money. Because this is the thing about the game online that is like a little bit unfair, right? It is that you can take the same system and knowledge and then you can apply it into one business and you'll get results. And then you can apply the same system, same hours, same knowledge into a different business and get 10x better results. Because it simply just is that the higher you climb of this staircase, right, the fewer people are up here, right? It's a smaller percentage of businesses that are, and like every time that you reach a level, fewer people are available for you to serve, but it's also better clients, right? So you need to go through these phases of where you learn a bunch in order to level up. So here for me, I got a lot of cases. I was running this agency and I was like making like 20, 25K per month. I had a business partner and expenses. So I wasn't taking that much home personally. And then I switched into consulting, coaching, right? And then I did a big jump, probably like way up here. Ran that business from like January 2023 until June 2024. and 18 months where we did $2.5 million. Again, large team, business partner. So it's not that I have $2.5 million liquid on my bank account, nothing like that. But it still made me my first initial decent amount of money, I would say, which allowed me to then kind of like take another step back. And like in this case, it was actually like a really, really step back. And then now I'm running my solo consulting business here, currently pacing 600K this year, with around 82% profit. So a little bit more than half a year in personal profit, right? So I think, bro, I definitely got sidetracked when I answered your question, but I think it was easier for me to kind of like explain what I would do based on my own journey, because I wouldn't actually do anything differently. I think maybe there are some decisions that I made that I could have avoided, but I did everything with the best intention because I listened to my mentors, and like I thought it was right, the right way of scaling a business with like more employees and more volume. Whereas now I've learned that I can actually scale this business without having to deal with a bunch of employees and these things. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's definitely taught me a lot. Um, so I think, bro, this is what I would do, because like I didn't have a business 3.5 years ago. Like 3 years ago, probably here in August, that was where I signed my first few clients. Um, so I think, yeah, done for you, master a skill for clients, turn it into consulting while still having the done for you, but like transition into, instead of an agency owner, to a consultant, more leverage, build personal brand. Once you have cases, once you actually have something to share, definitely build a personal brand. If you want to share content, I'm really passionate about sharing content. I think it's the coolest thing ever. And then it's just a snowball, man. It's crazy. Um, so yeah, bro, I think that is what I would do. I hope it was specific enough. I think it is. I would say so. I appreciate it, man. Good question, bro. Good question. I wish you all the best. Just get started. That's also a main thing. Then we have Singh here. Hey Fred, I'm planning to run as for a fitness coach, but I'm not sure where to set the traffic. If I send people to Instagram DMs, then the good thing is that they can check out his content, see testimonials, and start building trust. But the downside is I'm not making full use of Facebook's audience, so I feel like I'm missing out on a big chunk of potential leads. Don't worry, bro. I run ads for like many clients, and if I look at like combined monthly ad spend, my clients and myself are probably spending 500-600K a month in info and consulting ads, which is a lot of money. Um, and I never use Facebook, bro, because like the people that have a Facebook account, 95% of them have an Instagram account too, you know? So of course it depends on audience and targeting. Like I know that there's like a lot of boomers, 35, 45 years old, that like uses Facebook, but they're also on Instagram. So don't worry, bro. Like sending traffic to IG is like what 80% of my clients does, and it works extremely well. So yeah, on the other hand, if I send them straight to WhatsApp, which is the main messaging app in my country, it's easier to start the conversation, but then I lose the chance to show them content and give value before the pitch. What I would do, bro, is that I would take the ad and then I would send to Instagram so that they would follow and see the content that would then setter reach out to DM or the person DMs and then ask, hey, bro, I don't really use my Instagram. Can we continue the conversation on WhatsApp? I've done this funnel too. It works well. Um, so that's what I would do if I were you, bro. That's 100% how I would handle it. That is how I would handle it. Let me see. I have to keep a little bit track of time today, so I might have to wait with your question here tomorrow. Um, I'll have to take a question tomorrow, bro. Let me not do anything crazy here. But I have something to do in 10. Yeah. So I'll take the question tomorrow. Thank you, bro. Sorry. But today I had to have an emergency call here, which kind of like screwed up my schedule with dinner, and then I have something to do from now on. So yeah, that's just how it is. But I'll answer the questions tomorrow. Don't worry. Then next thing on the to-do list for the daily updates, right, is that we do business stats. So it's basically this sheet that we fill out. So let's just check all the numbers here, right? Daily update is currently at 450 subs. Main YouTube channel is currently sitting on 6,490. Very nice. 6,490. IG is at 2902. Daily updates 450. Can you see? You can. Nice. Very good. Revenue and cost. Let us see. Yesterday I did $600. This was from a social event that I hosted from a long time ago, a few months back. I just forgot to send out the payment links for my clients. It wasn't like anything that I profited off. It was just like a break-even event where we played paddle. We had dinner, and I did like a mastermind presentation and like a social gathering with coffee and a sandwich. So it was like an amazing day, and I just forgot to send out payment links for people to pay for their own paddle, food, accommodations, and these things. So that was such a good day. I just forgot to send it out. So like technically it's not profit, but it still is kind of like revenue making up for an expense that I had 2-3 months ago. So I'll calculate it here as well. I think I was kind of like dabbling in between if I should do it or not, but I think it's good. For my expenses, let me just like turn myself on full cam here because I track all my business expenses in a personal sheet every day. And yesterday I spent $100 on subscriptions. So let me get back here. There we go. $100. I think it was ManyChat. $95 on ManyChat. I'm pretty sure. We'll write 100 because that's what I wrote in my personal sheet. There we go. Very nice. That is it for business stats. For to-do list, so today is Tuesday, which means that I have no calls, except for the emergency call that I had. It was just with an agency client in a situation. Everything is good, don't worry. But it was like, when I say emergency call, it was like a call that I didn't expect, and then we just had to handle some stuff, that's just how it is running a business sometimes. Other than that, I just wrote a bunch of content today, mainly for my program, but also a little bit of like content I want to put out on media. So when I say content, it's like basically everything I just write and do, and it's mainly for my program, but I also try to repurpose some of it into like IG Reels, YouTube videos, and building out that schedule. So that's nice. Other than that, hit the gym. Now I'll do some cardio and hit the sauna with my good friend. And yeah, that's basically it for today. Pretty good day. Business strategy. What do we have here for the last 5 minutes? It's a little bit awkward, right? It's like my bottleneck is my time, and I'm currently fixing it by creating my program so that I can serve more people without having to spend so much time on calls. So that's pretty dialed, which is like my main bottleneck. I think this series will be a lot more fun to watch when I'm actually open for acquisition again, because then you'll get my thought process on like my ads and my acquisition, and how I, based on the feedback I get from the market, how I change up my funnel and add stuff to it. So that will definitely be a lot better. I mean, if we look at business stats, daily updates channel is doing extremely well compared to main channel. So I can kind of give you some takes on like, I am a little bit torn in between my daily updates channel and my main channel, because my main channel is kind of silent because I'm prioritizing program and clients over main channel videos, which is very stupid long term, but it's much needed with my time. So like I've thought about, what if I took these 15 to 20 minutes that I spend every day on daily updates and then combine it times 7, right? That's like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And what if I took that time and spent that on a main channel video and then only did one video a week instead of daily updates? Would I see a higher return of investment there? And that's kind of like where I'm dabbling in between, right? Because this is my main channel, and you can see that 4.2k views, 216 watch time hours on 65 subs. Not that it really matters, but what I pay a lot of attention to in my content is watch time. Because I'm always like, if I can spend 1 hour on content and then get 20 hours watched, it's like a 20x return. I've spent 20 hours with people instead of 1 hour with one person on one call, right? So that's how I see content. You can clearly see when I do a main channel video like this one, right? Then I have like 31 hours, 20 hours, 20 hours, and then it drops. But like this video, right? If we go into this video, it's had like 81 hours of watch time, and I maybe spent 4 hours on it, right? So that's a pretty good return of investment, I would say. So let's say 4 hours on this video, right? And then head into daily updates. Where you can see the watch time is like 174, but I only spend, let's say, 20 minutes a day on these videos, right? So it's like, shit. In a fantasy world, I should just be able to do both, but now I'm just so filled up with the program and all of my clients and running the agency too. I think that's the bottleneck. Is to find more time. But I also know that I'm in a season of maintenance, building the program so that, like, when I open it up again, I'll get more time so that I can plug into. So sometimes it's just about not wanting too many things. I can't build the best program if I also need to run the best YouTube channel and deliver the best one-on-one calls to my clients. So I've just sacrificed everything that isn't client related, which is probably the reason why I have such a high lifetime value and my clients are happy. That's more important to me. Sorry. Um, that is it. That was the strategies of live brainstorming on how I see content and, like, what's most important levers that I can pull right now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see each other tomorrow.